Melissa here, coming at you with another pick one card. This one's going to be on what do they tell their friends about you? This could be anybody, guys. This could be like, your mother. This could be your lover. This could be your friendships. This could be your coworkers. Apply it to everybody, okay? Remember, it's a general reading, but we're going to definitely find out the tea, okay? The tea that is spilled on you. Before we get into it, a few things to note. Check my service. For my services, they'll be all in the description box, how to reach out to me, my Instagram page. Please don't pay me first. You need to reach out so we can book and, get situated on a date first, and then you pay. That PayPal button there is strictly for tips, guys, please. Another thing too, I would like to bring up, I will be announcing my monthly winner today. But this monthly prize giveaway that I do, it's by commenting. When you comment, you automatically get entered into my 10-minute free private reading that I give each and every month. It's estimated at a value of $35. So please comment if there's anything that you like about this video. Please, give it a like. Please help with the engagement of this page. It's greatly appreciated. So let's get started here with pile one. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. What are people saying about you? What do they tell their friends about you? Okay, so you're definitely making an impact here with your presence. Definitely. Most definitely. Oh, we even have a man showing up here. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. Okay, so you're definitely thought of. Absolutely. The Queen of Wands here, she's a woman that you can't miss. She's, inspiring, she's intriguing, she's gorgeous to look at, she's all of these things, and more, guys, okay? The beauty is there. So if we're talking about lovers, your beauty is very capturing for them. When they are talking to, let's say their friends about you, it's like, damn, I just can't get her off my mind. She's so beautiful. She's sexy. Honestly, scratch the beautiful. It's sexy here for me. Really sexy. Queen of Wands, she's sexy. The way she looks on that card is just like, so provocative, not in like the sense that she's wearing nothing, but it's just, she has this way. It's like a Marilyn Monroe look, okay? And I'm not saying that you look like Marilyn Monroe. I'm just saying that there's sexiness. You could be wearing like a sweater and, sweatpants, and you'll be sexy. So with lovers, the beauty is definitely there. It's talked about. They might be even actually showing pictures of you. I can see that, especially with men. They will be like, look how hot she is. They would love to show you off. Like, so you kind of are a woman or a person who's watching this who one would like to show off, okay? Definitely. You have a bit of spiciness to you, because what's showing me that is the Five of Wands here. Judgment and justice. So you're willing to like really stand up. I mean, you could be like, all for those protests, okay? There's a protest happening, I'm there, for things that you care about is what I mean. Injustice is very important to you. So you could have like a really kind heart, but you could also have like a type of personality where people are like, wow, she's really down for the cause. If something's not, happening that she finds fair, she's going to speak up. And that could be as small as, let's say you're in the mall and, you see some kids picking on some other kids. You're going to go in there and, say, well, what's going on with you guys? Act right, it's just in you. So you have a fighter spirit that people talk about almost in a way like it's kind of like half gossip, but at the same time, those people who are saying it really wish that they could be more like that. I don't think they have the chutzpah to do it, okay? The ones who are speaking about this. So they're kind of like, oh my God, can you believe that she actually said something? She actually or even if you're standing up for yourself, this could be also that as well. If your boss talks to you in some sort of way, you're going to I'm not saying that you're going to go all like crazy on them, but you're going to professionally be like, excuse me, I don't think I deserve that. So there's a will here, within you that is, very much talked about, but I feel like celebrated. I don't feel like this is in a negative way. This is like celebrated, in the sense that people wish that they could have this more like this. Okay. So with the Lovers card here and the Five of Cups, I feel like people also talk about the fact that you may have many lovers. Interested. I'm not saying that you're sleeping around. I'm just saying that, you might have a lot of people interested in you because that's kind of what you tell people. And you kind of have like your pick, like pick up the crop, but you also are willing to like leave those people in the dust, with this Five of Cups too. It's like, you're not really afraid kind of being alone. So people might talk about like, or, even view you as someone who has many options. And, I feel like that comes from the fact of because of like who you are. When you're not desperate and you kind of have this way about you where you deserve the best, you will actually attract many. That's kind of how it works. Law of attraction. That's just how it works. So this is kind of out there, that, you have many people interested in you. Now I will say though, because I want to be a fair person here with this, there could be some people who talk negatively and tell their friends that, you kind of are maybe talking to too many people at the same time. There could be a negative aspect, and I think you kind of know where I'm going with that. We have the Three of Pentacles card here showing up. So there's a co-workers here. There's co-workers here. You might want to be careful with what you talk to them about. You might think that, you have a friend there at work, or you share an office space with someone who seems agreeable, blah, 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 but they're telling other people about you. I have this coworker, and she's like this, and it's like, oh my God, but it's like to your face, they're looking like agreeable. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about here. We've all had these types. And I feel like at some point, just to be fair, we've all done this ourselves, okay? Let's just be fair. We have a King of Cups showing up. So I don't know if you're aware of somebody right now in your life. I feel like you are aware of someone, but you have a gentleman who's actually talking a lot about you. And I'm not saying that they're talking about what I just mentioned, but you have someone who's really, really in love with you right now. And it's like he has two cups in his hand and he's like wanting to kind of offer. I don't know what's his deal. He's just kind of there, but he's smitten very much with your beauty. But I feel like because he's a water energy, not that he's a water sign, I'm just saying he's also intrigued by your demeanor, because your demeanor is a little bit more aggressive, okay? Not that, in a bad way. It's just, more upfront, more, more lively than him, okay? So this is kind of what he's attracted to. Kind of interesting here. We have also the Two of Cups and the Sun. So we have a lot of friendships here. The friendships cards are sticking out to me with this Two of Cups. So you're very valued in your friendship. And I'll tell you another thing too. When people talk about you to their other friends, they talk about how much fun you are, because with the Sun card here, that's how you make them feel. So you're a valued friend in the sense that, people want you places. They want you, at their parties. They want you, maybe to come to things that, would be just family only, but they want you there because you bring like an energy. So you have an energy about you that is also talked about too. So this is honestly, I feel like a very positive pile. Aside from the fact with the lovers thing, you might want to be careful with that. You might be kind of coming at people where, I am like, oh, this guy likes me. He's trying this, he's trying that. A lot of other women can get very jealous with that stuff, and they can misconstrue their gossip when they're jealous and start talking about you in the sense that you might be like an HOE, okay? That's how women do it. Secretly, they're jealous because they don't have these kind of options, or, people coming forth, and then they're just like construe it to make themselves feel better. And then they're going to start talking about that you're an HOE. So, like I said, this is very positive. Also with the coworker too, I would kind of maybe tone it down a bit. That's if this is resonating. Coworkers, are not our friends, guys. I know some of us would like to think that that's what the case is, but they're really not. Coworkers, you got to really keep it like surface level with them. But I feel like because you have a good heart and you might kind of be like, okay, well, when you like somebody, it's all in, you kind of forget about that. So be careful with that. But other than that, this is really positive. People really love your energy. They love your spirit. They want you around. I don't really feel like there's much negativity here at all. And then we have this gentleman popping up. So I don't know who this guy is, but he's really in love, girl. He's really in love. And there's something about, him being a different personality than you is what's kind of making him not come forward. I think he's intimidated, to be honest. And he could be anywhere. He could be in the workplace. He could be anywhere. I'm not sure if you're aware of him. Let me know. So this was pile 1, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 2. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, wow. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, this is actually really wonderful. Okay, so I haven't yet to see one negative thing here. There's one negative thing, but I don't think it's really a negative. Anyways, so guys, you're really well talked about, and I feel like, what the hell is going on with my tripod? I feel like you kind of are aware of this. Like, I feel like you kind of jumped on this thing, on this video because you were like, hey, what the hell, but I mean, I feel like you would be shocked if people talked about you in a negative way because you find yourself to be, a helpful person, a nice person. So like, what the hell could someone say about me, So you're absolutely correct if that's, resonating. Your heart is huge. People really often talk about your heart, and that could be in the sense of, she's there for me. She's down for me. She helps me. And it's kind of interesting with the 9 of Swords here. You actually, when you really love somebody and care about them, you actually go through the depths of hell with them. You really do. So this could be, energy coming from friendships or family members who have went through something and you help them. But when you help them, they almost felt like you kind of went into the trenches with them to kind of deal with it. So very heavily relied on, this person with pile 2. You're very heavily relied on, valued, treasured, cherished, etc., etc. You might also really do a lot of nice things. So people could be telling their friends, she did this for me. Like, how nice is that? It's funny. I feel like when people are talking about you, the people that they're talking to about you are actually jealous that, they have a friend like you. That's so funny. I actually picked that up. Interesting. So we do have the 2 of Cups here too. Also, this is, so you're a very valued friend, very valued friend. Now I don't know, if they're telling you this. I don't know if it's reciprocal, but I'm just telling you that this is what they feel. With the 6 of Cups too, I'm going to tell you something else too, that people might not tell you, or maybe they have. I know with my life, people have told me this, but you might, come into people's life right at the time that they need you, where they will say to you, I really feel like some sort of connection with you. I feel like a kindredness, and I feel like you came to me when, it was like, it's very interesting, the time that you came to me. So with the 6 of Cups, there could feel very much like a nostalgic, like a, I don't want to say a past life recognition, but people feel connected to you somehow. Okay. They really do. With the Magician, very cool. You're talked about in the sense that you're kind of like a jack of all trades. So I don't know how much you're doing in life, but people could be amazed by what you do. So that could be, maybe you do 2 jobs. Maybe you have 2 jobs and 3 kids. Maybe you, are an artist, and then a truck driver, and then a freaking, I don't know, like you do many things, or then you kind of bust out of nowhere and you're like, hey, I do tarot. It's like, what? Like you're constantly surprising people, where they find that so interesting, and it's celebrated. It's really celebrated. Now, I feel like if we're talking about like, okay, let's say like a lover here. Okay, let's talk about like a lover's perspective. I feel like you are actually in when it comes to the lover's department. They talk about you in a nice way, but I feel like this is kind of where it gets tricky, where they might not always appreciate because you're such a nice person. You know what it is. You know what it is, guys. You know when like human nature in, relationships with the opposite sex, who gets treasured the most? The ones who don't give a shit, the ones who are detached, the ones who don't call. You are just a genuinely nice person. So I feel like in the love department, you know, men kind of, maybe don't even pursue, or they might like just take advantage, like get what they need and go. So be really careful with this. While this is nice to show your family members and your friendships, you might not want to do this with, love interests like right off the bat. Just kind of make yourself, available and, really nice. Because I feel like, that Nine of Swords is poking out to me again, too, with the going through the trenches. You might even, like, if you really love a man, go through the trenches with him. Not every man deserves that, especially if there's no commitment. You know what I mean? The Strength card is here, and the Five of Pentacles. So, that kind of correlates to what I was just talking about. So people might talk about you like, she's such a nice girl. I don't know why she keeps picking up these D-bags, okay? I don't know why she can't find someone nice. With the Five of Pentacles, it shows me that there could be some toxic relationships here that are kind of orbiting your atmosphere, okay? And people are aware of that. So people want better for you. I feel like that's what they're talking about. I don't think that they're saying it in a negative way, but they want better for you. Look how generous you are with this card here. The Six of Pentacles. You see how he's throwing some crumbs in that guy's hands? So you really share everything, you're really open, but I feel like you might be a little too open, in the sense that, we could have some trespassers wanting to kind of walk in there, with their dirty feet. So maybe kind of like, do an interview process here. Like the interview process needs to be a lot more stronger when it comes to like people that you let into your heart, because I get it. You're a very kind person, but it goes hand in hand. It really does go hand in hand. With this kind of personality, you're going to have those people coming through who are going to want to just like take what they can, like, take all your crumbs, take all your stuff. So be careful. So they might also know about these relationships that you have. Now, this could be anybody too. This could be maybe you have like a toxic mother, maybe you have a toxic sister. And it's like you're talking about how it's making you feel with them. So they're aware of this. And it's kind of like really paining you. So the way that you take it out is you just talk to your friends about it, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You vent. Okay. So what people are saying to you about you to other people is exactly what I just said, like before. I wish she would just get rid of, this person. I wish she would just get rid of that person. These are the good people who are talking about you. Now, as far as like, people who are negative, I don't know if they talk about you in a negative way per se, but I feel like they have like intentions to kind of really suck everything that they can out of you. So be careful with that, because that's what I'm sensing with this pile 3 is that you have some lurkers or some like entities, some dirty vampires, energy vampires around who want to kind of like, they see the light within you and they want to suck, they're ready to take. So, pile 2, this is wonderful. Other than the fact of, these kind of, maybe you have some people in your life that you need to discard of, people find you like a joy to be around. And, the ones who are positive and the ones that you're giving to, they really cherish you. They really do. Yep. You're very regarded highly. So with pile 2, you don't really have much to worry about, except for, like I said, these, that's if this is resonating, okay? If it's resonating, there's some people there, like some, like I said, some vampires that you need to kind of discard of. But other than that, it was a wonderful, pile. So let me know what you thought, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile three, let's see what's going on with you. Let's see what people are saying about you. What do they tell their friends about you? Okay, so this is the one I'm going to have to put a real disclaimer for. I'm going to talk about how you're coming across to people or how people talk about you, but that's not necessarily a reflection. It's not necessarily an accurate reflection of who you are. So that is the disclaimer I want to put out before we even start here, because this is a pile who is heavily misunderstood, mainly because, you're doing your own thing. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, okay? So we have the Six of Swords. Let's start very slowly here. We have the Six of Swords and we have the World card. So someone is I feel like at this point, or maybe you've always been like that, very detached from the world. You could be a person who's maybe introverted or always doing your own thing or always looking within, how can one, make themselves better? Maybe you really enjoy your company. Maybe you are really, like psychic or spiritual and you need your downtime. And it's being misconstrued here, like 100%. We have the Star card here, the High Priestess, the Hermit. Oh my God, guys, like, oh my God. If you know anything about tarot, you know exactly where I'm going with this, very detached, very like, head in the, I don't want to say clouds, but let's say the stars, she has the stars behind her on the here High Priestess card. You're very off in your own world, but not like La La Land, like the right world, okay? Because this is kind of what we should be doing here. We should be really like focusing on oneself. It's not about parties and it's not about, fake relationships and socializing. It's really not. So people could kind of say that you're hard to get to know. I don't know about her, I don't really know about her. She doesn't really give me that energy back that I need, like I try to make conversation with her, but it's always like I'm pulling teeth, she just seems like she would rather just be kind of left alone. This could be coming from anybody, guys. This could be your mother, your father, your sister, friendships, coworkers, who the hell knows, okay? Anybody. This is general. Hard to get to know, doesn't ask me to do anything, I'm just going to leave her alone. So people just feel like, maybe they don't really even have an opinion, but it's more like, oh yeah, that girl, yeah, or even if you have close friends that you've had for a while, they just can't say that they know who you are. They can't say they know who you are. Or maybe you're just ever changing. Passive aggressive is very strong here, I feel like, very strong. Can't make a decision about anything with the Two of Swords. Four of Swords is just dead energy. Whoa, we have like a very disconnected person. Now, this could be also like the mode that you're in right now. It might not be that, you're always like this. It could switch up and down. But I'll tell you, there's something about your energy that you're giving off that people are misconstruing for you for not being trusted. I don't feel like people feel like you're open, maybe to the people that you've known for a long time, but maybe you're just sick of new friends. Maybe you don't really want to get to know anybody right now. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys, this is going to be really, really, with pile three, there's some tough things I need to say here. With the Four of Pentacles too, and the way he's holding his stuff, I feel like, people kind of maybe also think that you're cheap, but this could be that you're saving for something. I used to have a friend like that way back when. I used to think, I was like, what the hell's wrong with her? She doesn't even want to spend $5 on some fried chicken, like we were going out to eat, or some $5 on some pizza. And then I realized that like when she actually told me, she's like, I'm saving for a house, so I have to be like that, and that's exactly how you have to be. I learned that when I got older. When I was younger, I was a lot more frivolous with my money, but you could be, coming across like that. Like maybe you're just not really open with your money either. You leave people with a hanged man feeling, like they're not sure about you. This could be construed so many different ways. I'm going to try to give as much examples so that when someone's watching this, they can kind of understand. You could be that person where, let's say you're at a bus stop, today you're saying hi, tomorrow you're like, I don't know, she didn't say hi to me. She doesn't even act like she knows me, distant, very detached, very in your own world. And it could really be nothing. It's not even like you have a chip on your shoulder, or it's like, I don't trust people. It's not even that. It's just, maybe you're very busy, maybe you have a lot of friends and enough friends that you don't need more people. People who do know you, though, let's talk about that. People who do know you very well, I feel like still kind of get confused by you from time to time. You're ever changing. You could be that type of friend who falls off the face of the earth for a couple weeks, doesn't answer your phone because you just feel like maybe you need spiritual maintenance, downtime. So while they love you, they'll never kind of understand you or get you. I don't feel like with this pile, though, that you feel like anybody could get you. You might be, a very rare soul, like a light worker or a person who doesn't even feel comfortable down here on this earth plane. So, maybe you just haven't found your tribe, but very off in one's world. That's kind of what I'm sensing. Now, I don't, other than that detachment, I don't sense anything really bad, but I feel like people get annoyed by it. That's kind of the emotions that I'm picking up about it, is that they would feel, annoyed because one can't figure one out, I feel like people, when they're friends with someone, whether it be for like a year or two, that would kind of irritate anybody, but at the same time, whoever is your friend and you feel is genuine loves you regardless of this. So, it's either they have to accept you or move on. So this is a person who is very strong in their convictions of who they are. High priestess energy will give you that too. She's very, off in another world. Like I always say, I've used this example many times. I had a coworker, she was very quiet, but I always found myself looking at her. I was intrigued by her, but she would never say anything, It's like that. So you might find that this is actually working for you, because you might find that you have no problem attracting people because there's something about your demeanor that attracts people in. And maybe you might have a little fun with this, how people can't figure you out. Maybe you don't want to be figured out. What's wrong with that, Nothing wrong with that. And in no way, during this reading, am I telling you to change whatsoever. But you could be hard to put on a schedule, and that's what would be difficult. Now, I feel like if this is like a lover's opinion, let's look at a lover's opinion. I mean, anybody, it would strike everybody the same way. Even if I had a child like that, that would drive me nuts, So people just have to kind of deal with it. There's nothing that that can be done with this. You're not willing to change to suit other people's needs. You're very true to yourself. So, you're very authentic. You might be doing a lot of different things that people are not aware of. Like I said, like that spiritual downtime, or getting to know oneself. You might go off into nature by yourself for a couple of days and be like, it's not what other people around you are doing. So this could be also, like I said, very much a pile where, you don't have your tribe with you. Okay. So that's why they don't get you. I feel like if you had your tribe with you, we would be pulling different cards. Nobody would be feeling like that. So you're definitely not a clingy person. You definitely don't want clingy person, but you might attract clingy people. You really might. This is why they're kind of feeling like, they cannot grasp. Let me just see if I pick up anything else. They might say that you're a very quiet person, very to yourself, like I said, that to yourself, quiet. I don't really get the most outgoing energy with this pile. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's totally negative. I just feel like people are constantly getting upset with you because they can't either find you or contact you. And that's kind of what they're saying. It's not really like your personality. It's just, why does she do these things? It's more along those lines. Like, why does she do this to me? Why? And then they kind of, if they don't understand you, might say that you're a bad friend. They might say that, like, where is she when I need her? Not that you are taking from people, because I don't feel like you're doing that at all. You are one person here who would, look to the stars for your answers. You're not asking anybody for a damn thing. But at the same time, you might not be the best friend. You might not be the bestest friend possible because of how much you're in your own world. And that's not a criticism, okay? It's just who you are. So let's just embrace it, So pile 3, I don't really have any more to say. Let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 4, let's see what's going on with you. What do people tell their friends about you? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so you listen, you have the Empress here, you have the Queen of Wands, beauty is here, fun is here, sexiness, vivaciousness, fun. You're a fun person to be around. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We have the 3 of Cups here. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 4 of Wands. My God, what the hell? Okay, so the Devil card is here. Let's just talk about that. So you could be a person who is very obsessed over, and I'm talking about even same-sex friendships, okay? People are always ringing down your phone. They're always contacting you. They always want to be around you. Your house might be a train station. Well, not right now, but before, post-COVID. So you could have been a person who really people want to be around. You might meet somebody tomorrow and they maybe have a brief conversation. They're like, can I have your number? Honestly, this is a pile to be wanting to be around a lot. Because we have the Empress card here and we have the Queen of Wands, your beauty is very much a factor, and spoken about. So lovers are really attracted at first to the beauty, I would say. It's what pulls them in. You have a seductiveness about you, that's very, I don't care if you're wearing sweatpants, okay, and a sweatshirt, you're going to be hot. You might notice a lot of people look at you, but your looks are very talked about. And I feel celebrated in a way. And I don't know what that means yet, but celebrated. Girls want you in their friend group. You could be a very fun person, especially with this 8 of Wands here. Very chatty. So people might talk about how funny you are. People actually might re-say some joke you made. You might be a person who comes up with sayings or says funny things, and then people will take those jokes and kind of carry on with them. Interesting. See, the 4 of Wands, when I see the 4 of Wands, that means that to me, that's a person who people want to be with, around, okay? Whether it's, like I said, even with coworkers, you might be the girl that, has everybody at their, desk, okay? Just chatting away. Now, with the 9 of Wands here, you could be a very successful person in your endeavors. You might be a person who is highly, motivated. You say things you want to do, you do them. Very feisty in your endeavors. Really, you always have something to talk about here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go swim with the dolphins. I'm going to go conquer this. I'm going to go protest this. Always having something. I really feel the reason why people want to call you all the time is because your conversations are so intriguing and enlightening. You might be actually teaching people a lot of things. Along your journey that you've learned. I really get a sharer here. This is a person who is sharing. It's so funny to hear, we have the card of 7 of Cups here. So let me tell you something. You might feel a lot of energy from people that You could be a person who just calls people and they're I was just thinking about you. You might get that a lot. And you have to understand, it's not just some random thing. You actually are picking up on people's thoughts of you. So you're very thought of, and I don't care who it is. It could be friendships, like I said, lovers. You know what I love about this card too is that everybody is helping each other. So you could be that very reliable friend too who, if someone's moving, they know they can come and they know that they can come and ask you for help. You're not a type of friend who it's like, okay, like don't really ask me for anything, or, you kind of disappear off the face of the earth. You're really there. So I feel like you're cherished. I really do, and valued. I don't actually have anything negative to say about this pile. I will have to see as the reading goes on, but there's nothing I see that's negative here. Whoa, like how do we say that? I mean, in the other piles, there were negative aspects. There's nothing negative here. You're just a vivacious person. And what you're carrying, like the type of energy that you carry, you don't even realize that's kind of what attracts everybody in. But it's authentic. It's not like you're faking it. This is really who you are. Ace of Wands, like very passionate about what you feel, very passionate about what you feel, but this could also be passionate feelings as well. So when you take somebody into your friend group, or let's say you are in love with someone, the energy of that, just how you care about the person, it's very well regarded. It's seen by the other person. So some people might talk to you and say, to their friends and say, she really loves me, and she doesn't just say she loves me. She's actually shows me through actions. And they could probably list a name of things that you've done for them. It could be as little as, somebody likes pound cake and they've invited you to their house, and you went and you picked up that pound cake, okay? Like it could be as simple as that. Like this is kind of where I'm trying to go with this. Now, Queen of Wands too, she has a mouth on her. So you could be very passionate also too about like what you feel. I don't really get, even though we have the Empress here, I really don't get that this is a pile of a person who's like a pushover in any sense, who's not going to speak up for what they love or what they want in life. So you could be like even kind of idolized for your passion with how you feel and what you kind of want out of life and how you stick up for yourself. That could be really, really something that someone talks about. You might even kind of help people who are maybe opposite of that and have a hard time speaking up, and you help them through that. This is very life coach too, life coach energy here. You might have, people who, okay, so I feel like when people are also talking about you to their friends, it's like, she helped me, get through this. She helped me get through that. She taught me how to kind of be a better person. Whoa, guys. This is a pile to pick, I feel like, so far, because like I said, there's not one negative thing here. And, you're also cherished and valued, but you're also making a difference in people's lives. So, that's the best kind of thing that we would want. We wouldn't want to have these kind of relationships for no reason. You're actually inspiring people through your example and also how you help them. You're changing people for the better out there. Like this is really, really amazing. You might be a person who likes to bring people together also too. We have a lot of groups here. We have, maybe you throw some really good parties. I mean, I know you can't throw parties right now, but maybe before COVID, you were able to like really throw some bomb ass parties. So your parties might get talked about, your hosting skills. Whoa. I didn't even see that coming. I just caught that at the end. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Hostess with the mostest here as well. You know how to have a good time, you know how to make people laugh, and you know how to bring people together, because I'm seeing that with the Three of Cups here and also here. Team player as well. People definitely want to have you on their team. People enjoy also working with you. That's what that would represent to me too, is that people in your work environment really love to have you there. You might make the day better, the workload better, just to have you kind of right there to talk to. You make the day flow easier. This is amazing, Pal 4. Like I cannot even give any more compliments. I think you know what it is by now. So cool. Let me know what you thought, guys. And thank you so much for watching.